Aha! Two aha moments. The first aha moment, look at this curly maple. That's the first aha moment. The second are these position markers here, which are, if you are a cigar box guitar builder, then you know what these little tiny little screws are, right? I mean, they're itty bitty. They have little tiny little Phillips head on them, little Phillips heads. Anyhow, these are the tuner screws that you use for the tuners to go in the back. They are the perfect size. Okay, so what I did is I matched the head size of that thing with the drill, which is about an 1/8 of an inch drill. And then I carefully, visually centered exactly in the center. I didn't measure, I just used my eye, because this is a pretty easy spot right here. You can, of course, you can pick center, right? You just pick the center, make sure you have a nice, sharp, pokey thing, right? Don't hit yourself in the head or in the ear with these things. Check out this one here. This one's got bone. It's made out of bone. It's got this sharp owl thing. I mean, you get this thing sharp as, right? And so you find the center, and you just put a little indentation, give it a little something, right? It's kind of, pull it out, double check, make sure that you're dead on center, right? So when you are dead on center, then you get that 1/8 inch drill bit, right? Now here's the thing: you want to drill it backwards, not forward, right? If you grab it forward, man, you're going to grab that. You potentially could just grab it and just tear it up, right? We don't want to tear it up, right? We want to be very careful and just go backwards with this drill bit here. Backwards. You can use the gun if you like, right? The idea is you only want to go as deep backwards as the head of this tiny little screw. So you don't need to go back very far, right? Just that deep. That's it. So that's maybe a little bit more than a 1/16 of an inch or whatever. Now, once you get that and you're confident that you're deep, then you're going to get the tiniest drill bit you can find. Unfortunately, the smallest one in this factory is 1/16. That's pretty small. I mean, if I could go smaller, I would. Maybe you could use a little nail if you want. If you just poke it in just a little bit. But now this one here, I make sure, and I put a little mark. You can't see it, but I put a little mark on the drill bit, which is the exact same depth as the length of that little screw, right? And so I just pre-drill to that exact mark, so I know exactly how deep I am there. And then the fun part, the test, you get the little screw. Start it with your fingers, right? Get it going. And then it's righty tighty, lefty loosey, right? Everybody knows that, right? So we're gonna go. Of course, we're gonna tighten this sucker in. Now here's the deal. So you're just gonna eyeball it, right? You're gonna look and make sure that it is deeper on the plane of the fret, right? You can feel it and see it. All right, get yourself some good light and just bounce it off the light, and you can see perfectly. That is right. Okay, I got it perfect. Okay, so I'll try to get that as close as I can so you can see it. The nice thing about these screw heads, right? These ones here, is that in a dark lit situation, they're dark, so they give contrast against that wood right there, so you can see them good at, I don't say at night, but just at dark, whatever. If it's dimly lit, right, you can see that from out here. But when the light hits those the bumps, the little divots in because they're little Phillips heads, it kind of catches the light, so you can kind of see little glimmers of light also. So it catches your eye in two different ways. Now these gold ones here, yeah, those gold ones really catch the light. They sparkle when. There you go. Look at that. You can see that. Isn't that cool? Yeah. So those gold ones are a little too deep. I'm going to pull those out. I like them to be. Yeah, look at that. Okay, that's way better. That is way better. It's kind of nice to have them out a little bit, because that way dirt doesn't get in those holes, right? And you can polish them up real easy like that. I just rub my finger over it, and they polish right up, dude. Oh my gosh. Now they're like, ta-da. Here, check them out now. Dang, dude. Okay. So, The other thing is I use this, how do you pronounce that? Leticode? Leticode? This is when it says ultra durable finishing oil, dude. Now I know what it means. Here's their code. I think I put this in the video description. Okay, so here's the deal. Yeah, so yeah, these guys they say make sure you follow the instructions, and there's a reason why. It's like, oh my gosh. This is the very first time. Well, I've used many oils, just like everybody had. Dude, I built over 450 of these things here, plus a lot of them that probably didn't make it. But so yeah, and I don't do oil a lot all the times, but when I do, every time is different. Every time is different. Now this time here, like all the other times, is different. So if I can't even begin to explain. So it's taken the way the instructions go. Say put coat 2 coats, whatever. Let it sink in, wipe it off. Let it set for a couple days. You can sand it if you want, but come back, do the next coat. And so you're supposed to do that multiple times, right? And yeah, okay. So now I understand the benefit of that, especially after you wait. Okay, so I guess it's this. I'm learning this. Okay, this is for the first time. I'm guessing that the longer that the polymers cure or whatever, I guess I don't know what the word is, curing maybe. Then the harder they get. I guess maybe similar to like stucco on a wall or something. I don't know. I don't know the chemical nature of it, but I do know that this stuff here is says pure science. Pure science. Okay, who says that? Pure science and dedication. Okay. Okay, so I can tell you, I can't even begin to say this. Okay, when you buff this thing out on a wheel, I have this buffing wheel over here. So I don't know if you guys have ever noticed this, but on the other side of my grinder right there, there's a buffing wheel, right? I don't use that thing for anything. I should use it to like polish stuff. I just never have used it. Well, yeah, I fired it up on this thing, on the back of this thing here, just like this. I also got these things here. I'm not too sure what to do. Tell me what to do with these things, because I have no idea. This one here looks like a rope. Looks like a rope. I should also try it one of these guys, because this thing here makes it so smooth. Oh, and these are a lot smoother, man. Man, you could put like a polish with this stuff on here. Because with this is kind of coarse. I guess coarse, medium, and fine. But even with this coarse one, it just turns it into like a rock. It's like polished glass or like a polished rock. You know, it's just like super hard. That is the feeling that it must be the polymerization. I'm guessing. I guess fill me in, guys. Fill me in. One thing that's interesting about this, using this oil, is that it really shows the imperfections. Like there, you can see the file marks. Pretty good, right? And so what I went back, got me some really good grit sandpaper and just started taking them out, because you can really see them. My gosh, it's like, so I thought, well, do I keep going, or do I take the time to polish out all those little, or not polish them out, but sand them all out, and then do another coat? Because man, this, like I said, I would imagine, like it says in the instructions, that the more coats you get, the more of a rock solid, buffable, polishable finish you're going to get. Yeah, and so in the light I can see here. So I'm just going to go back and I'm going to get get it all nice and buttery smooth, because now I can see it. I can see it perfectly. It's like, oh my gosh, yeah, so many spots you missed the first time sanding really pop out. So now's the time. I'm just going to get rid of them. So at the end of an evening, I get all this sawdust build up here. Kind of a drag, and then I got screws in here. I dumped out the screws here for all of the these guys here. Last one in, second to the last one in. But I wanted to show you real quick because this little screw here is freaking magnetized, so it helps pick up screws and stuff while it's in a bunch of dirt, because it's all a mess right here, right? So you just pick them up, dunk them in there, and it only picks up the screws, doesn't pick up the dirt. So it's like genius. So that's a good little trick for you there. Okay, so we sanded it, so now there's no more imperfections anywhere on the neck. Sometimes you might think there's an imperfection, but it's like a ripple from the curly maple, right? So now I'm going to use my third coat of this stuff here, ultra durable. So the main thing is like whoever put that on last night freaking was strong like boot. So yes, we stir it, and you can tell kind of comes separated like peanut butter. When you get that real expensive peanut butter at the organic factory, you gotta sit there and mix it for half an hour. It's stupid, but anyhow, so this stuff mixes right up real fast. You can tell it looks like honey. Literally looks like honey. And so I'm gonna make a mess here. Let me grab this trash can, set it right underneath me so I can drip into the trash can. Genius. Yeah, just slather it on. These are Q-tips, big old fat dabbers. So what I do is I just drench it on the top and then work it around the sides. And then just let it set for, I forget what the instructions say, 20 or 30 minutes, something like that. I'll reread it because I forget. Okay, so I don't need any more. Now I just need to rub it on. Yeah, it's dripping on this side, so that makes my job easier. All right, saturation. And of course, you only get the side that's showing the part that's in the box. You don't need to do that, man. You want to save this precious ointment for the visible parts, right? Gotta make sure you get around the top. Sometimes you always forget because it's hard to see it when you're holding it over here. Trying to keep my hands. There's no way to do this job without getting your hands. Oh my gosh, I can tell. Oh my gosh, I can tell from this angle here, looking down, looking at the light. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be awesome. Yeah, especially if this polishes up, which I no doubt on that buffing wheel with that polish wheel. Okay, I'm just gonna let this set. And then with this here, just throw into the trash. Yeah, look at your fingers are just saturated. So yeah, we are lavishly, we're in soak mode now. We're just gonna soak it up. Then we'll wipe it off. I don't feel so bad getting all this stuff over my fingers because it does say non-toxic, 0 volts, food grade. Maybe I should taste it to eat it, right? For home use. Anyhow, so all of this stuff here, I can just get some of this handy dandy butt wipe. Good or new. All right, guys, hope you learned something from this video. Be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And give me some ideas what else I can do with those polishing buffing wheels. I'm looking forward to seeing how they're going to do on this neck, buffing it out. So see you in the next video. Cheers.